There exists a secret, hidden beneath the surface of our daily lives, a cosmic key waiting for us to discover it. It is not a distant object to be found, or an abstract concept to be theorized. Instead, it is woven into the very fabric of our being, as intrinsic to our essence as the air we breathe and the stars that twinkle in the endless sky. This secret is not hidden away in some far-off dimension, but is deeply embedded within the natural world, the rhythm of our existence, and the very core of our consciousness. The secret code of the universe is a call, soft yet resounding, that speaks to us through our deepest dreams, longings, and even the quiet, still moments when we pause to listen. It whispers to us of a power that transcends the mundane, of an inherent force that not only shapes the universe, but also resides within us, quietly awaiting our recognition. This power is not something external or separate from us. It is part of our birthright. Each of us was born with the potential to unlock this hidden truth. It is a force far beyond the intellect, beyond knowledge and logic. It is a force that pulses through the cosmos itself, a deep current of universal energy that underlies all matter, time, and existence. To uncover it is to embark on a journey not just through space, but through the very essence of self and reality. When we unlock this secret, we come to realize that we are not merely participants in the grand dance of the universe. We are the dance itself. The movements we make, the choices we enact, and the experiences we gather are all part of a larger, unseen symphony that resonates with the heartbeat of existence itself. The universe, in its infinite complexity, is governed by principles and laws that are both seen and unseen. Just as an ancient tree reaches toward the sky, with roots deeply embedded in the earth, so too do the hidden truths of the universe stretch across dimensions, beyond the veil of ordinary perception. Yet, this secret code is not reserved only for the mystical or the enlightened. It is accessible to every individual, waiting to be revealed through the opening of one's mind and heart. This is not a journey that requires a special key or an ancient manual. No, the key has always been within us. It is simply a matter of attuning ourselves to the right frequency, aligning with the energy that flows through all things, and embracing the profound truth that we are, in fact, part of something much greater than ourselves. Yet, we often live as though this truth is an abstraction, a mere philosophical notion. We go about our lives caught in the rhythm of routine, swayed by external forces, and unaware of the immense power that courses through our veins. We become distracted by the surface-level worries and concerns of the material world, forgetting that there is a deeper dimension to our existence. It is here that the code of the universe remains dormant, waiting patiently for the moment when we choose to awaken to it. Like a sleeper stirring from a long slumber, we begin to remember that we are more than what we appear to be. We are the creators of our own reality, and within our consciousness lies the seed of infinite potential. This secret code does not exist outside of us, nor is it something we need to chase or strive to obtain. It is, instead, an unfolding. It is the process of remembering, of returning to the original understanding we once knew before we became clouded by the distractions of life. To unlock this power is to strip away the layers of conditioning, of false identities, and of limitations that we have accumulated over time. It is to return to a state of pure awareness, where we can see the interconnectedness of all things and recognize that the universe is not something to be understood only with the mind, but with the heart. The power of the universe is not in knowing, but in being, a deep, intuitive connection to the flow of energy that permeates all things. The question then becomes, how do we awaken to this knowledge? How do we step beyond the boundaries of our conditioned minds and into the boundless realm of possibility that exists within us all? The journey to unlocking the secret code of the universe is not one of acquiring new information, but of remembering what we have always known. It is the journey of shedding the layers of illusion that have built up over time, so that the true light of who we are can shine through. It is a process of alignment, aligning our minds, hearts, and actions with the cosmic rhythms that govern the universe. As we attune ourselves to these rhythms, we begin to recognize the intricate, delicate web that connects us all to the cosmos, and we see that the universe is not a separate entity, but a reflection of our inner state. In this journey, there are no shortcuts. There is no manual or formula that will instantly open the gates of enlightenment, but there is a path that leads us inward, toward the depths of our own consciousness. And it is through this inward journey that we come to understand the truth of our existence. The secret code is not a destination, but a process, a continual unfolding that is guided by our willingness to seek and embrace the unknown. With each step we take on this path, we unravel another layer of the cosmic mystery, revealing new dimensions of insight, understanding, and empowerment. The universe, with all its vastness and complexity, is not separate from us. It is a mirror of our own inner world. And as we come to understand the hidden code that governs all existence, we begin to see ourselves not as isolated beings, but as integral parts of the ever-expanding cosmic dance. This journey is one of deep transformation, of shedding the old and stepping into the new. It is not just a shift in perspective, but a complete shift in the very way we experience reality. And so, as we embark on this path of awakening, we find that the secret code of the universe is not something we discover outside of ourselves, but something that is waiting to be uncovered within. As we stand at the threshold of this cosmic journey, it is essential to explore the fundamental pillars that support the understanding of the secret code of the universe. These themes are not simply intellectual musings, but represent deep truths that resonate with the very core of our being. They are universal, timeless, and imbued with an energy that transcends the boundaries of space and time. To understand the code is to grasp the interconnectedness of all things, and to begin to perceive reality not through the lens of separation, but as a unified whole. At the heart of this secret lies a profound paradox. The universe is both an external, observable phenomenon and an internal, subjective experience. It is both a grand design, governed by cosmic laws, and a fluid dance of energy and matter, ever-changing and dynamic. This duality invites us to shift our understanding from the linear, rational approach that dominates most of our lives to a more holistic, intuitive way of knowing. We begin to see that the external world and the internal world are not separate, but are reflections of one another. The code of the universe is embedded within both realms, waiting to be decoded and understood. One of the most profound concepts at the core of this secret is the idea of unity. The universe, in all its complexity, is governed by a singular, unifying force, an energy that flows through all things. This force is both the creator and the creation, both the origin and the destination. It is the underlying thread that weaves together the fabric of existence. To unlock the secret code is to come into alignment with this force, to recognize that we are not isolated entities, but integral parts of a vast, interconnected web of life. This interconnectedness transcends all boundaries, time, space, and even individual consciousness. It reveals that we are not merely separate beings moving through a world of objects and events. We are expressions of a universal energy, participating in a dynamic, ever-evolving process. This concept of unity is echoed in ancient wisdom traditions, which teach that all life is interconnected and that the universe operates as a unified whole. From the intricate dance of celestial bodies in the cosmos to the unseen forces that govern the natural world, everything is part of a greater, harmonious order. And just as the smallest particles in the universe are inextricably linked to the grandest galaxies, so too are we connected to the vast expanse of existence. Our thoughts, emotions, and actions ripple through the fabric of reality, influencing and being influenced by the cosmic flow of energy. The second key theme that arises from the secret code is illusion versus deeper truth. In the world of appearances, it is easy to become captivated by the surface-level aspects of reality, the material world, the transient forms that fill our senses. We see objects, people, and events as distinct, separate from one another, and we tend to perceive them through the lens of duality, good and bad, right and wrong, mine and yours. This perception creates a sense of fragmentation and separation, causing us to believe that we are disconnected from one another and from the universe itself. However, beneath this surface-level reality lies a deeper truth, a truth that reveals that what we perceive as separate is actually part of an ongoing, interconnected whole. The apparent separation between self and other, between subject and object, is an illusion. In fact, it is through the illusion of separation that the universe unfolds and experiences itself. The true nature of reality is not one of division, but of unity. When we awaken to this deeper truth, we begin to transcend the limitations of the ego, which thrives on division and distinction, and step into a state of awareness where we experience ourselves as part of the larger cosmic dance. This theme of illusion versus truth is central to the unlocking of the secret code. It is the process of seeing beyond the veil of appearances and recognizing the underlying unity that binds all things. It is the realization that our perceptions of separation and division are constructs of the mind, and that the true nature of reality is one of interconnectedness, unity, and wholeness. To unlock the secret code is to peel back the layers of illusion that obscure our vision, to see through the conditioned beliefs and mental constructs that limit our understanding, and to embrace the profound truth that all is one. A third core theme is energy and consciousness. The universe is not a static entity, but a dynamic, living organism, constantly in motion. Everything in the cosmos, matter, light, time, and space, exists as forms of energy. The secret code of the universe is not just a set of intellectual principles, but a living, breathing force that flows through all things. It is this energy that gives rise to life, to creation, to movement and change. And at the center of this flow of energy is consciousness, the awareness that perceives, interprets, and experiences the world. Consciousness is not something that exists apart from the universe. It is intrinsic to it. It is the lens through which we perceive reality, the medium through which energy takes form and shape. Just as the waves on the surface of the ocean are expressions of the ocean itself, so too are the thoughts, feelings, and perceptions we experience expressions of the universal consciousness. To unlock the secret code is to become aware of the interplay between energy and consciousness. To recognize that we are not passive observers of the world, but active participants in the creation of reality. This theme invites us to explore the nature of consciousness itself, to ask questions about its origin, its role in shaping our experiences, and its connection to the greater cosmos. What is consciousness? Is it simply a product of the brain, or does it transcend the material realm? The more we explore this question, the more we begin to see that consciousness is not confined to our mind, but is an infinite, all-encompassing force that permeates the entire universe. It is the fabric from which all things are made, the medium through which reality is both experienced and created. In the end, the core themes of the secret code of the universe all point to a singular, transformative realization. We are not separate from the universe, but an integral part of it. We are not mere bystanders in the cosmic drama, but active participants in the creation of our own reality. The code is not something that exists outside of us, but something that we are inherently connected to. To unlock the power we were born with is to awaken to this truth, to step into the realization that we are the creators of our own experience, and that our consciousness is the key to unlocking the mysteries of the universe. The journey to unlocking the secret code of the universe is not just an intellectual or philosophical exploration. it is a deeply symbolic one. To truly understand the profound power we were born with, we must look beyond the surface of things and enter into the rich, metaphorical tapestry that connects the visible world with the invisible realms of consciousness. Throughout history, human beings have used symbols, allegories, and stories to convey truths that cannot be easily articulated in rational language. These stories, woven with meaning and mystery, serve as gateways to a deeper understanding of the universal code that governs life, death, and everything in between. One such story is the myth of the phoenix, a bird that is said to rise from its own ashes after being consumed by fire. This allegory captures the essence of transformation, of death and rebirth, a theme central to the secret code of the universe. At its core, the phoenix represents the cyclical nature of existence. How, in order to experience true awakening, one must undergo a process of destruction and renewal. This process is not always easy. It involves letting go of the old, the familiar, the comfortable, and embracing the unknown. The phoenix's flight into the sky is symbolic of the soul's ascent to higher consciousness, breaking free from the constraints of the material world and transcending the limitations of the ego. In this symbolic narrative, we see the unfolding of the secret code. An inherent part of the universe's design is that growth and transformation are only possible through surrender. The ashes of the phoenix are not something to fear, but are an essential part of the process of awakening. As we move through life, we are often confronted with moments of crisis or hardship. It is in these moments that the deepest truths can be revealed, for they force us to confront our limitations, our false identities, and our attachments. Just as the phoenix must burn to rise again, so too must we be willing to shed old parts of ourselves to emerge anew. This is not a destruction of the self, but a shedding of what no longer serves us, leaving room for our true essence to emerge. Another potent symbolic narrative is the hero's journey, a tale that has been told across cultures and eras, from ancient myths to modern films. In this narrative, the hero embarks on an adventure, often crossing thresholds into unknown realms, facing challenges and adversaries, and undergoing profound personal growth. The hero's journey is symbolic of the process of self-discovery, of unlocking the power that lies dormant within each of us. At the beginning of the journey, the hero is often unaware of their true potential, much like many of us are unaware of the infinite power we hold within. However, as the hero ventures deeper into the unknown, they begin to awaken to their true nature, realizing that the trials they face are not obstacles, but opportunities for growth and transformation. In the context of the secret code of the universe, the hero's journey is not just an individual story. It is the universal story of all beings. Each of us, at some point in our lives, is called to step out of the ordinary, to venture into the unknown, and to face the challenges that life presents. It is through these challenges that we come to understand our own power and potential. The hero does not simply conquer the external forces that stand in their way. They conquer their own inner doubts, fears, and limitations. This inner transformation is the key to unlocking the secret code. When we learn to overcome our own resistance, our own self-imposed limitations, we begin to access the boundless power that lies within us. There is also the ancient story of the Garden of Eden, which offers a deeply symbolic representation of the fall from innocence and the journey back to a state of unity with the divine. In the biblical narrative, Adam and Eve are cast out of Eden after they eat from the tree of knowledge, becoming aware of their own nakedness and mortality. On one level, this story represents the loss of innocence and the emergence of self-consciousness. But on a deeper level, it symbolizes the human condition, our separation from the divine, and our yearning to return to a state of wholeness and unity. The tree of knowledge in this myth represents the awakening to the truth of who we are, and the act of eating its fruit symbolizes the beginning of self-awareness. However, this awakening comes with a cost. Once we see the world through the lens of duality, good and evil, right and wrong, we are cast out of the garden of innocence and into the world of complexity and struggle. Yet, the story does not end in despair. It speaks of the possibility of returning to the garden, of rediscovering the unity with the divine that was once lost. This return is not a physical one, but a spiritual journey. A journey of remembering who we truly are and realigning with the cosmic flow that connects all things. The Garden of Eden narrative, when viewed through the lens of the secret code, suggests that our separation from the divine is not permanent. It is simply a part of the process of awakening to the greater truth. The code of the universe is not about returning to some idealized past, but about rediscovering the divine presence within us and recognizing that we are always connected to the source. To unlock the power we were born with is to step back into that state of unity, to remember that we have never truly been separate from the whole. A final symbolic narrative to explore is the myth of the Ouroboros, the serpent eating its own tail. This ancient symbol, found in cultures across the world, represents the cycle of life, death, and rebirth, the eternal flow of energy that is both creative and destructive. The Ouroboros captures the essence of the secret code, that the universe is in a constant state of flux, of creation and destruction, and that all things are interconnected in an endless cycle. The serpent devours itself, yet in doing so, it is reborn, illustrating the cyclical nature of existence. The act of destruction is not an end, but a transformation, a necessary step in the ongoing process of creation. When we look at the Ouroboros, we are reminded that our own journey is not linear, but cyclical. We are not simply moving forward through time, but spiraling inward and outward, returning again and again to the same truths, each time at a higher level of awareness. The secret code of the universe is embedded in this eternal cycle, in the understanding that life and death, creation and destruction are part of the same process. Just as the serpent devours its tail, so too must we learn to embrace both sides of existence, recognizing that each moment of destruction carries the seed of new life. These symbolic narratives, whether the phoenix, the hero's journey, the Garden of Eden, or the Ouroboros, serve as metaphors for the process of unlocking the secret code of the universe. They invite us to explore the deeper dimensions of our existence, to transcend the surface-level illusions that keep us trapped in cycles of limitation, and to step into the realization of our true power. Each of these stories reflects a journey of transformation, of awakening, and of returning to a state of unity with the divine. In understanding these symbols, we begin to decode the universal law that governs not only the cosmos, but our own lives. The cosmic truths we explore in these symbolic narratives, the grand ideas that underlie the secret code of the universe, may seem distant, ethereal, and almost impossible to bring into our daily lives. The journey through illusion to truth, from fragmented perception to unified understanding, is one that takes place in the unseen realms of the spirit and the mind. Yet, the real power of this secret code and the true depth of its significance lies not in its abstraction, but in its ability to shape the very fabric of our everyday existence. To unlock the power we were born with is not merely an esoteric or philosophical exercise. It is a call to action, a beckoning to align our daily lives with the truths that govern the universe, to step into a deeper flow of consciousness that influences not just our inner world, but the world around us. The first and most profound real-world implication of unlocking the secret code of the universe is the shift in perspective. The way we view ourselves and the world changes completely when we begin to understand that we are not separate from the universe, but an intrinsic part of it. Every thought, every word, every action, no matter how small, ripples out into the vast expanse of existence, affecting the interconnected web of life. This understanding invites us to take greater responsibility for our thoughts and actions, as we come to realize that we are not merely passive observers, but active participants in the ongoing creation of reality. When we live in alignment with this realization, we begin to see the world differently. No longer do we see ourselves as isolated, struggling individuals trying to control a chaotic universe. Instead, we recognize that we are in constant communication with the cosmos, constantly creating and co-creating with the energy that flows through us and all things. The secret code reveals that there are no accidents, no random events. Every experience is an opportunity to remember our inherent power and to align more fully with the flow of universal energy. This shift in perspective is not just philosophical, it is practical. For example, once we understand the interconnectedness of all things, we begin to make choices that reflect this unity. In our relationships, we start to treat others not as separate beings, but as extensions of ourselves. The way we interact with the world around us transforms. We recognize that every act of kindness, every word of compassion, every moment of presence contributes to the greater good of the whole. This awareness alters the way we engage with the material world, as we move from a place of fear, scarcity, and competition to one of abundance, cooperation, and love. In the realm of creativity, the unlocking of the secret code has profound implications. Understanding the flow of energy and consciousness within us allows us to tap into a deeper source of creative power. We cease to see ourselves as mere creators of material things, but as co-creators with the universe itself. Inspiration, insight, and innovation no longer seem like fleeting moments of brilliance, but natural expressions of our alignment with the universal flow. Just as a river effortlessly carves through the landscape, so too do we, when in alignment with the universal code, find that our creative potential flows unhindered. Every problem becomes an opportunity for creative expression, and every challenge an invitation to innovate. The boundaries between the inner world of thought and the outer world of action dissolve, as we begin to manifest our deepest inspirations into reality with greater ease and fluidity. On a personal level, unlocking the secret code of the universe leads to profound transformation in how we perceive and experience ourselves. As we awaken to our true nature, we come to understand that we are not defined by the roles we play, the titles we hold, or the external circumstances of our lives. We are not limited by our past mistakes or the expectations that others have placed upon us. We are infinite, boundless, and capable of becoming anything we choose. This realization is liberating. It frees us from the shackles of self-imposed limitations, from the stories we've told ourselves about who we are, and allows us to step into a fuller expression of our true selves. This shift in self-perception can have an immediate and tangible effect on our emotional state. When we begin to align with the truth of our interconnectedness and our power, we find that old fears and anxieties lose their grip. The stress and strain of everyday life no longer feel insurmountable, because we recognize that we are part of a greater flow, a flow that is always working in our favor. The struggles we once saw as obstacles become opportunities for growth and transformation. We understand that life is not about avoiding pain or hardship, but about embracing each moment, knowing that we have the power to navigate through them with grace, resilience, and wisdom. In the workplace, this shift can be equally transformative. Whether we are entrepreneurs, employees, or creators, when we recognize our connection to the greater flow of the universe, we begin to approach our work differently. Work becomes not just a means to an end, but a sacred opportunity to contribute to the greater whole. Collaboration becomes an act of unity, not competition, as we recognize that the success of one is the success of all. Challenges at work become opportunities for innovation and growth, as we move from a mindset of scarcity to one of abundance. Success is no longer defined by external rewards alone, but by the alignment of our work with our true purpose, and the sense of fulfillment that comes from knowing we are contributing to the greater good. Finally, unlocking the secret code of the universe has powerful implications for our spiritual journey. The realization that we are not separate from the divine, but an integral part of it, opens up new dimensions of spiritual awakening. We begin to see that spirituality is not a separate pursuit, but an expression of our deepest truth. The universe itself is a mirror of our consciousness, and every moment offers an opportunity to deepen our connection to the divine. Our spiritual practice becomes not something we do in isolation, but something that permeates every moment of our lives, from the mundane to the extraordinary. When we live in alignment with the secret code of the universe, our lives become a reflection of the divine flow, effortless, harmonious, and filled with grace. We no longer see spirituality as a separate compartment of our lives, but as the very fabric that holds all things together. In this sense, the universe becomes not something to be understood, but something to be experienced. Every interaction, every moment, every breath becomes an opportunity to align more fully with the divine energy that flows through all things. We become conduits for that energy, radiating love, wisdom, and peace into the world around us. As we integrate these insights into our daily lives, we begin to see that unlocking the power we were born with is not an event or a moment in time, but a continuous process. It is an unfolding that takes place every day, in every thought, every action, and every choice. The secret code of the universe is not something we find, it is something we become. It is the path of awakening, of remembering, and of realigning ourselves with the cosmic flow that has always been within us. As we stand at the culmination of this exploration into the secret code of the universe, it becomes clear that the journey itself is the destination. The truth we have uncovered is not something that can be captured in words, nor is it something that resides outside of us. It is something we have always known, something that is both ancient and timeless, yet ever present, waiting to be remembered. The unlocking of this power is not a singular event, but a continuous unfolding, a never-ending dance of awakening, where each moment offers an opportunity to align more deeply with the greater flow of the universe. The secret code, as we have seen, is not a mystical force that exists apart from us. It is the very essence of who we are. It is the energy that animates our being, the consciousness that perceives our reality, and the power that shapes the world around us. It is the universal law that governs all things, from the smallest particles to the vast galaxies, and it is the same law that operates within our hearts and minds. To unlock this code is to step into a profound state of awareness, where we recognize that we are not separate from the universe, but an integral part of it. We are not isolated beings navigating a random, chaotic world. We are expressions of a divine, interconnected whole, participating in the eternal flow of creation. What we often fail to see in the hustle and bustle of our everyday lives is that we are already living the life we were meant to live. The universe is not something distant, not something that exists outside of us or beyond our reach. It is here, right now, in the very air we breathe, in the rhythm of our heartbeats, in the connection we share with others and the world around us. The secret code is not something we need to strive for or chase. It is already within us, woven into the fabric of our being. Our task is not to find it, but to remember it, to return to the understanding that we are already part of the cosmic whole. As we awaken to this realization, our lives begin to change. We no longer see ourselves as limited beings, struggling to survive in an indifferent world. We understand that we are infinite, boundless, and capable of achieving anything we set our minds to. The world around us transforms as we begin to operate from a place of alignment with our true nature. We no longer react to life from a place of fear or scarcity, but respond from a place of love, abundance, and connection. Every thought, every action, every word becomes infused with the awareness that we are co-creators of reality, shaping the world not just with our hands, but with our hearts and minds. This shift in perspective has profound implications for every aspect of our lives. It alters the way we interact with others, with the world, and with ourselves. We move from a mindset of competition and scarcity to one of cooperation and abundance. We see our challenges not as obstacles to overcome, but as opportunities for growth and transformation. We begin to understand that every moment is a reflection of the energy we are putting into the world, and we choose to align ourselves with the higher frequencies of love, peace, and wisdom. As we do, the universe responds in kind, bringing more of the same into our lives. The secret code of the universe is not something that we unlock and then forget about. It is not a one-time event, but a continual process of awakening and integration. With each step we take on this journey, we peel back another layer of illusion, another layer of the false self, and come closer to the truth of who we truly are. It is a journey of becoming, not of achieving. We do not need to strive for perfection or to seek some external validation. The universe is already within us, and as we awaken to this truth, we begin to see the world in a new light. There is a profound peace that comes with this understanding. It is the peace of knowing that we are exactly where we are meant to be, doing exactly what we are meant to do. We are not lost, and we are not separate. We are part of a grand, infinite design, and our lives are meaningful expressions of that design. Every challenge, every joy, every moment is a part of the greater whole. And as we align ourselves with the universal flow, we move through life with greater ease, grace, and purpose. But perhaps the most powerful realization that comes from unlocking this secret code is the awareness that we are not alone. We are not solitary beings wandering aimlessly through the world. We are deeply interconnected with all that is. The universe is not an external, objective reality. It is a living, breathing presence, and we are part of it. When we awaken to this truth, we realize that everything and everyone is connected. There is no separation, only oneness, unity, and wholeness. This understanding brings with it a deep sense of responsibility, not in the sense of obligation, but in the sense of recognition that our every action, thought, and word has an impact on the whole. We are stewards of this great cosmic web, and it is through our conscious choices that we contribute to the greater good. The final call, then, is a call to action, not in the sense of doing more or achieving more, but in the sense of being more. It is a call to awaken to the truth of who we are, to align ourselves with the divine flow that is always present, and to recognize that the power we seek is already within us. It is a call to let go of the illusions that have held us back, to shed the false identities and limiting beliefs that keep us in a state of separation, and to step into the fullness of our true nature. The secret code is not a hidden treasure that we must search for. It is the very essence of our being, waiting for us to remember it. As you take this knowledge with you, remember this: you are the universe, and the universe is you. There is no distinction, no separation. You are part of the grand cosmic dance, an integral part of the flow of energy that moves through all things. As you awaken to this truth, your life will shift, not through external circumstances, but through the transformation of your own consciousness. The secret code of the universe is not a destination, but a journey of discovery, transformation, and awakening. And it begins now, with the simple act of remembering the power you were born with. Thank you for embarking on this journey of exploration. May you continue to awaken to the infinite potential that lies within, and may your path be filled with light, love, and boundless possibility. The journey of awakening is not a destination, it is a continuous unfolding of the self. Embrace it, for it is who you have always been.